Hi, I am Professor Khushboo Chokshi and today we will be doing a concept video on OPC, that is a one-person company. What exactly is a one-person company? It's basically a company which is formed by an individual. Earlier in the Erstwhile Companies Act 1956, there was no such option to have a one-person company. So if I'm an individual, I would do a sole proprietorship or I would start a company with someone. But the Companies Act 2013 gives me a chance to have a one-person company where my identity is different from that of the company, and the liability of the person starting the company is limited liability. Quickly going through the chart, it is started by one member. It's a private company in nature. It's basically to encourage people who want to start up new business so that they would have limited liability. And the procedural requirements are quite simple, and you do not have to like most of the section will give an exemption to OPC from compliance, so you don't have to comply with each and every regulation that is applicable to a private company. It has a separate legal identity of its own, and it has limited liability for the member. Now, who can start a one-person company? If I am a natural person, I am a citizen of India and I am a resident in India, then I can start a one-person company. I have to comply with the 182-day requirement that is there in the Income Tax Act. Now, if I am a one-person company, then I will have to appoint a nominee who will be, handling things in case of death or incapacity to contract. So that nominee also has to be a natural person, and he has to be a citizen of India and resident in India for a period of 182 days. If I am a nominee of one OPC, I cannot be a nominee of other OPC. So I can be a nominee of only one OPC at a time. Similarly, if I have started one OPC, I can have only one OPC in my name and not have multiple OPCs. If I am a nominee, I'll have to give my consent to act as a nominee, and that consent can be withdrawn at any point of time. I can, as a member of the OPC, I can change my nominee at any point of time, and though the nominee has to be given in the memorandum of association, if I am changing my nominee or the nominee is withdrawing consent, any change in the nominee will not amount to alteration of the memorandum of association. OPC minor cannot be a member of the OPC, and neither can he be a nominee of the OPC. OPC can be converted into a private company or a public company, but it cannot be converted into a Section 8 company which is there for charitable purposes, and it cannot be converted into a NBFC, that is, it cannot be converted into a company which is only into the business of investing in another companies. If I want to convert my company into an OPC, I have to ensure that at least 2 years have passed from the date when the OPC has been incorporated. If the it's either the 2 years requirement, or I have to ensure that the paid up share capital has been increased beyond 50 lakh rupees, or turnover has crossed 2 crore rupees in the relevant period. If these two requirements are complied with, and even if though I have not completed the 2-year period, I can still convert my OPC into a private company or a public company. I hope this has helped you. If you liked my video, request you to like, share or subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.